The news that has the entire NFL world buzzing revolves around Aaron Rodgers and his future with the Pittsburgh Steelers. According to sources, the organization has made a decisive move, solidifying plans for Rodgers to remain in the Steel City through 2026. The implications of this decision are staggering. Rodgers, a quarterback known for his unparalleled precision, ice-cold composure, and ability to read defenses like a chess master, has already transformed the Steelers' offense into a juggernaut capable of challenging any team. The speculation had been swirling for months, with fans and analysts debating whether Rodgers would pursue a different path, perhaps testing free agency or considering retirement. Now, with the Steelers apparently making a firm commitment, the narrative shifts entirely. The energy around the franchise has palpably changed, with players reportedly motivated by the clarity of leadership at the quarterback position. Every practice, every meeting, and every strategic planning session now carries the weight of Rodgers' presence, creating a ripple effect that could elevate the entire team's performance. Observers suggest that Rodgers' influence extends beyond mere statistics. His leadership style, characterized by meticulous preparation and a relentless drive for perfection, inspires teammates to exceed expectations in ways that cannot always be quantified, and in the NFL, that kind of intangible value is priceless. The Steelers' decision to lock in Rodgers through 2026 also raises fascinating questions about the team's broader strategy. How will this affect the drafting priorities, especially in the offensive line and receiving core? Analysts argue that securing Rodgers' future may signal a commitment to building a team that maximizes his talents rather than restructuring around a different quarterback style. Rodgers' style is unique, combining lightning-fast decision-making with an uncanny ability to manipulate defenses through subtle footwork and pre-snap reads. Coaches reportedly see him not just as a player, but as a blueprint for offensive schemes that can dominate the league for years. Speculation is rampant about how this stability could influence rookie development, with young quarterbacks observing Rodgers' methods and learning how to command a locker room. The psychological impact of knowing a franchise quarterback is committed cannot be overstated, and insiders suggest this could create a culture of confidence and resilience that extends far beyond the field. Critics, of course, have questioned whether Rodgers' age and the physical toll of the game could eventually challenge this plan. But for now, the Steelers' leadership appears undeterred, confident that his experience outweighs any potential risks. Every practice, every meeting, and every strategic adjustment is now intertwined with Rodgers' presence, and fans across the league are watching closely to see how this long-term commitment will redefine the Steelers' trajectory. Rumors have also begun swirling about potential contract structures and incentives that could accompany Rodgers' extended tenure. While details remain speculative, sources hint at a combination of performance bonuses, leadership incentives, and long-term benefits designed to reward Rodgers for both on-field excellence and off-field contributions. This kind of arrangement suggests a level of trust and respect between player and organization that is rarely seen in professional sports, particularly in a league as mercurial as the NFL. The narrative has sparked widespread debate among analysts, with some suggesting that such deals could serve as models for future quarterback agreements. Beyond financial implications, this decision may also influence Rodgers' legacy, positioning him as a franchise icon whose impact extends beyond a single season or team. Fans are already imagining the banners, the merchandise, and the celebratory narratives that could emerge if Rodgers fulfills his potential through 2026. Social media conversations have exploded, with debates over whether this move solidifies the Steelers as perennial contenders or simply postpones inevitable questions about succession. Meanwhile, insiders hint at behind-the-scenes negotiations with other players and staff, all influenced by the knowledge that Rodgers' presence will anchor the team's identity. In the high-stakes environment of professional football, such certainty is rare, and the Steelers appear to be capitalizing on it with a blend of strategy, foresight, and sheer confidence in their quarterback's enduring abilities. Adding to the intrigue is the question of team chemistry and how Rodgers' continued presence might shape relationships in the locker room. Veteran players reportedly feel invigorated, viewing the decision as a vote of confidence in both the quarterback and the overall strategic direction of the franchise. Young players, meanwhile, seem to approach training and practice with renewed intensity, eager to learn from one of the most cerebral minds the game has ever seen. The ripple effects extend even to the coaching staff, whose game planning now revolves around maximizing Rodgers' unique skill set rather than accommodating a transitional quarterback. This dynamic creates an ecosystem in which every decision, from draft picks to training regimens, is influenced by Rodgers' style, temperament, and leadership. Rumors have even suggested that some free agents may be more inclined to join the Steelers knowing that Rodgers will remain the centerpiece, further enhancing the team's competitive edge. Fans, analysts, and rival franchises are all watching closely, trying to anticipate how this stability could shift the balance of power in the NFL. In a league where quarterback uncertainty often dictates a team's fortunes, the Steelers' decision represents a bold, strategic statement. It is a move that carries both tremendous promise and immense pressure, and the unfolding story will captivate observers for years. Speculation has also begun surrounding how Rodgers' continued tenure could affect the Steelers' offensive identity. Will the team lean more heavily on quick passes, leveraging Rodgers' rapid decision-making, or will there be a shift toward a more aggressive, deep ball approach designed to exploit defenses across the league? Analysts suggest that the stability at quarterback allows for more adventurous play calling, as coaches can trust Rodgers to read complex defensive schemes in real time. This could result in a dramatic transformation of the Steelers' game plans, introducing a level of unpredictability that keeps opponents off balance. Additionally, Rodgers' reputation for clutch performances adds another layer of strategic advantage, potentially influencing late-game decisions and critical fourth-quarter scenarios. The presence of a seasoned quarterback who has faced the league's top defenses for nearly 2 decades brings not only skill, but also an invaluable mental edge. Rumors continue to swirl regarding potential adjustments in coaching staff and playbooks to optimize Rodgers' strengths, suggesting that this commitment may catalyze a broader offensive evolution. Fans are already imagining a Steelers offense that blends tactical sophistication with Rodgers' signature improvisational flair. While these are all speculative, the possibility alone has sparked conversations across social media, sports networks, and fan forums, fueling a narrative that the Steelers' future is entering an exciting, potentially transformative era. Finally, the impact on the broader NFL landscape cannot be ignored. Competitors are reportedly reevaluating their own strategies, wondering how to counter a team anchored by a quarterback of Rodgers' caliber. Speculation abounds that rival franchises may accelerate their own quarterback decisions, free agency maneuvers, or draft strategies in response to the Steelers' bold move. The ripple effects extend beyond team dynamics, influencing league narratives, media coverage, and fan expectations nationwide. Rodgers' presence provides a storyline that captivates audiences, blending uncertainty, anticipation, and excitement in equal measure. As analysts dissect the potential implications of this long-term commitment, one thing becomes clear. The Steelers are signaling that they are fully invested in a vision anchored by Rodgers' exceptional talents. The speculation surrounding play styles, team composition, and league-wide responses promises to dominate discussions for months, creating an ongoing narrative that transcends individual games or seasons. In a league where change is constant, the Steelers' clarity represents a rare and powerful statement, one that will shape both the team's identity and Rodgers' enduring legacy in ways that are only beginning to unfold. The discussion around Rodgers' extended stay with the Steelers has sparked a wave of speculation regarding how this decision could influence the development of young talent within the organization. Sources suggest that rookies and second-year players are studying Rodgers closely, not only for his technical skills, but also for his approach to leadership and preparation. Every practice session becomes a masterclass in quarterback mechanics, decision-making, and situational awareness, creating a fertile ground for growth across the roster. The intangible benefits of having a seasoned quarterback cannot be overstated. Players reportedly report a sense of calm and confidence in high-pressure situations simply by observing Rodgers' composure. Analysts argue that this mentorship effect may pay dividends for years, potentially shaping a new generation of NFL-ready talent. Beyond on-field guidance, Rodgers' professionalism and commitment to preparation influence the culture in the locker room, encouraging discipline, focus, and a collective sense of purpose. Rumors suggest that some young quarterbacks may even consider extending their own careers or strategically structuring contracts to mirror Rodgers' approach, inspired by the Steelers' trust and investment in a proven leader. This dynamic is creating an ecosystem in which experience, strategy, and mentorship converge. And while it is speculative, the potential long-term impact on the Steelers' competitiveness is enormous, reshaping expectations for the organization and the league. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Another layer of speculation revolved around how Rodgers' presence might affect the Steelers' offseason strategy. Industry insiders hint at potential shifts in free agency targets and draft priorities, suggesting that the team may focus on surrounding Rodgers with top-tier talent capable of complementing his unique skill set. Wide receivers with precise route-running abilities, offensive linemen with exceptional agility, and tight ends who can create mismatches are reportedly on the radar, all designed to optimize the quarterback's strengths. This level of strategic alignment signals a holistic approach to team building, reflecting confidence in Rodgers' ability to remain elite despite the physical demands of the sport. Rumors also indicate that coaches may design specialized playbooks tailored to exploit Rodgers' vision and arm talent, blending traditional strategies with innovative, high-risk, high-reward concepts. Such speculation has fueled debates among analysts and fans alike, with many predicting that the Steelers could redefine offensive schemes in the league if Rodgers remains healthy and motivated. The psychological dimension is equally significant. Opponents now have to account for not only Rodgers' physical skills, but also the depth of preparation, anticipation, and adaptability he brings to every game. While these ideas remain in the realm of rumor, the mere possibility has intensified excitement and intrigue, creating an environment in which anticipation builds even before the first snap. Questions have also emerged about how Rodgers' long-term commitment will influence the Steelers' identity as a team. Some analysts speculate that his leadership could elevate the franchise from a strong contender to a model of consistency and strategic excellence. Rodgers is not merely a player executing plays. He is a symbol of precision, adaptability, and mental resilience, qualities that permeate through the organization when he is at the helm. Speculation abounds regarding his influence on coaching decisions, from play calling to personnel management, as his input is reportedly valued in ways that transcend standard quarterback responsibilities. Observers suggest that the synergy between Rodgers and the coaching staff could produce an era defined by disciplined yet dynamic football, with innovative strategies designed to leverage every nuance of his experience. Fans are particularly intrigued by the potential cultural impact. A team anchored by a quarterback of Rodgers' caliber might inspire a level of loyalty, cohesion, and focus rarely seen in professional sports. Off the field, his presence could attract sponsorships, media attention, and fan engagement, further enhancing the Steelers' brand and positioning the organization as a league leader. While all of this remains speculative, the narrative captures the imagination, suggesting that Rodgers' tenure could be as transformative for the franchise's identity as it is for its performance. Speculation extends into Rodgers' potential performance trends over the coming years. Analysts are debating whether the stability afforded by a confirmed tenure through 2026 will allow him to maintain or even elevate his elite-level output. Some suggest that with reduced uncertainty, Rodgers might take calculated risks, expanding his play style to include more creative throws, improvisational maneuvers, and high-pressure heroics that could redefine his statistical benchmarks. Others argue that the Steelers' commitment may allow for strategic load management, minimizing injury risks while maximizing efficiency, ensuring Rodgers remains effective and dynamic throughout the season. Rumors hint at collaborative approaches between Rodgers, coaches, and sports science teams to optimize physical conditioning, recovery, and game readiness, signaling a holistic approach to sustaining elite performance. This speculation fuels intense conversation among fans and analysts, as everyone wonders whether this period could produce some of Rodgers' most memorable seasons, cementing his legacy with the Steelers in ways previously unimagined. The intrigue is further amplified by the unpredictable nature of the NFL itself, where any given week can alter narratives dramatically, making Rodgers' future performances a topic of constant discussion and anticipation. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Pittsburgh Steelers, make sure to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.